Hi everybody, so we're gonna jump right into it, okay? Y'all know that Miss Corona is just around the corner and we are not trying to take no risk. So I'm urging all of you guys to always wash your hands, okay? I'm not giving Corona any chances, going through every finger of mine, my thumbs. This soap is cheap as hell, okay? So clean them damn hands, all right? So I'm gonna show you guys my main ingredients. The first one are of course my potatoes and then my carrots. Now I use white sugar. I know it is best to use brown sugar if you have one, but I don't have it, but it's fine because white sugar does just fine. And I also need some honey. Now notice that I have 2 pots of honey. It's simply because I didn't have enough in one. Period. I'm not allowed to leave the house, so I gotta combine these two. And you know what? A queen gotta do what she has to do. So next I'm gonna show you are my sausages. These ones, like you can see, it's only 3 inside. It's simply because I live with my brother and my sister, so we're only 3 people at home. I don't like cooking for a whole week, so this is just for the day, okay? So once again, I'm gonna show you guys everything that I have. Oil, at the end of the video you will see that I will not use it at all, so I have no idea why I put it in the video regardless. So let's get into it. Let's start with, you know, whatever we're about to start with, and that's on period. So like you guys can see, I am ready to start. I'm just gonna need a knife and that other thing to take off the potatoes things because I don't even know how you call it. So anyway, here I am taking off the potato skin or scale or whatever you call it, because I ain't trying to go and find no dictionary to give it to y'all. Y'all know what I'm doing, so just watch it. I'm not gonna show everything. After you've done it, you put it in another one and then you take your carrots and you do the same thing. I'm not gonna film everything because obviously y'all see what I'm doing. So like, I just, you know what? Just follow whatever I'm doing and you'll be just fine. So when you are done with this, I'm gonna urge you to cut the downsides of it. Don't forget, it's important. So like you see, I started with 1. I cut it and I'm gonna show you how I did down. It's important to take that thing off because it's very hard to chew on, and that's the last thing you want to be doing when you're enjoying your meal, chewing on a hard piece of carrot. So then I'm gonna slice them up just small by small. You're gonna notice that some of them are bigger than the others, but it's all fine. You know, I ain't no perfect cook. I'm trying, okay? I'm just trying to keep myself busy with this whole corona thing going on. You know what I mean? A girl trying to do what she has to do. It's not like I don't have anything to do at home, but I just wanted to do something that I really enjoy, which is cooking. I'm gonna do the same thing with the potatoes. Obviously this one is gonna be a little bit bigger than the carrots, and that's fine. You can, you know, slice it the way you want it to be, because I like it this way, but some people like it to be like squares and whatever. This is just for home. This is just a very simple dish if you're very hungry and you only have like maybe 1 hour, you know, to get it ready. So like you guys can see, I've taken a bigger pot because obviously the pot that I had before that was very small for the amount of carrots that I had. So I'm basically just gonna put it in a bigger pot. I'm gonna take some water and add it into it. Make sure you always have water close to you, because if you're gonna continue the video, you're gonna see that I needed more water and I kind of had to go back to the sink and take more water. So you're gonna leave it in for 15 minutes. Now mind you, that was a mistake that I made in this video. I've left it for longer than 15 minutes, which obviously resulted in my carrots being a little bit softer than I intended to. Those are real carrots, so it's not like the ones that you buy in water or, you know, anything. So it was okay that I left it for 30 minutes, but it was not what I originally planned. So don't mind what I'm doing here, because obviously there is no seasoning or anything in those carrots. I put more water because I wanted more sauce, but at the end I'm not going to show you guys the whole sauce because I wanted you to really see the carrots the way they were. So like I showed 15 minutes, but obviously that's not what I did. I put it on high heat, which obviously was another mistake. It's better to put it at medium heat normally for the 30 minutes I was gonna leave it in for. So like you can see, everything has boiled down. My carrots look good. They're not overly weak, so I'm gonna take off that water. Now remind you that that water is what I'm gonna use to make the sauce. I took them off because everybody has their own way of making that sauce. Not everybody likes that much water, so you add it the way you want it. So when everything is done, when I've taken out the water, I'm gonna add some butter to it. I've added a lot of butter because this is vegan butter. It is not the normal butter that you just buy, and it was actually very good. I've added that much, and then I'm just gonna stir my entire pot. I'm gonna make sure that the carrots and the butter are actually meeting each other, and that I'm gonna let them make love to each other. Meanwhile, of course, my potatoes on the other side are still baking, and that's fine. And even there, you need to make sure that you take it off whenever you feel like those are soft enough, because we don't like the same thing. Maybe you want your potatoes to be a little bit harder, maybe you don't want them to be soft. Mine are not too soft and not too hard, so I've put them on, I think, for 20 minutes, medium heat, so it wasn't high. At the same time, I'm still mixing my carrots with my butter because I really want it to be glazed. You're gonna see the importance of it at the end. So anyway, continue to stir until you see that the butter really has gotten into the carrots. I'm gonna continue to do that for obviously a very long time. Girl, I am live recording this thing, so I don't know how long this is gonna take me, but honestly, to be honest, I'm through with it. So I'm just hoping to see another slide come fast now. Yes, finally, thank you. So I'm gonna take some honey and put it in there. Now, mind you, I did not have a lot of honey, and I'm someone who likes to have a sugary, a sweet dish. So that's why, in the beginning, I had it mixed with the other honey, like you saw. This was not enough for the amount of carrots that I had. So I am going to take my other bottle of honey and I'm gonna put it inside, but obviously I'm still busy with this honey. Like, what's going on? Why am I still not switching? Okay, there I am. Anyway, so I'm gonna add that honey into my carrots and keep mixing. So don't mind me using the same spoon because obviously the honey that was over there is gonna be used today, and that's the end of it. I'm not gonna need it anymore because I'm gonna use all of it. So notice that I keep stirring because we want our carrots to be very glazed. It's important for you to keep stirring the pot because if you don't do that, you're gonna have some parts of your carrots that are not well. So I'm gonna switch it and keep doing it and keep stirring it. I really want it to become one union. And I'm gonna add my sugar right now. In the beginning, I did not add much. Mind you, my sister is filming, so her opinion counts, and she knew that, I needed more sugar because that's the way I like my dish to be. Is it healthy? I wouldn't think so because obviously this is sugar and not honey, but you could use more honey if you had it, but I didn't have it. So this is really like a crisis food. Not really a crisis food, but the kind of food that I have to make when I don't have all kind of ingredients, not everything that I need, but it still turns out pretty good. So like you see, I'm gonna let it take off a little bit and then I'm gonna continue. If you check the pot carefully, you can see that there is a little bit of sauce down there. So it's because of the honey and the sugar that I'm adding. But if you want more sauce, you can add that little water that we took off earlier. You can put it back in the pot and you can keep, stirring it until you get it the way you want it. Like you see, I added another spoon of honey. Like you clocked, I am not doing any measurements because I feel like the people that create those measurements, they do it the way they like it. So mostly that's not the way I like it. So I don't want you to be strict on yourself and to focus on measurements. Oh, I only can use 1 liter or 1 spoon or whatever. So now I'm gonna go with my sausages. Those sausages are very good by itself, so it means that I did not need to season it. Yes, I do season my sausages. What I do is poke some holes in my sausages because when I'm using this butter, I want every bit of it to get into my sausages, because when they're going to turn into oil and they're going to cook, it's going to cook your sausages from inside. So that's why you're seeing me, you know, doing those little pokes, those little holes in the sausages. It looks very simple. I don't know why I dropped the fork inside there, but it's okay. It looks very simple, but this was so good, like so good. So my heat here is very low, and that's the way I wanted it, because I've left it for at least 10 minutes. And like you're gonna see, I'm gonna smear the butter on the sausages, because you know you want the skin, you know, to be cooked as well. Like you can see, one sausage has already turned brown and the other ones are pretty pink, but at the end of the video when I saw it was just because I didn't really put the heat in the middle of the plate. So that's why you can see the color difference, but at the end of the video they're all gonna be pretty brown. Like you see, I'm gonna take off the heat a little bit and leave it. So now you can see that everything has turned brown. That means that we're basically at the end of this dish, and only by the smell of it I know that this is gonna be so delicious. I hope you guys are gonna have the same opinion as me, because obviously this is the way I make it. This is the way I like it. Don't forget that you can still use whatever you have left to make the sauce. You can still, you know, keep everything that you want the way you want it. I'm turning it because I want it to be brown on both sides, but obviously it is not working along. But you know what? That's the beauty of cooking, and it's all fine, and I don't have any problem with it. I left it for 5 more minutes and voila. We are done. I drank it with the little panache, and everything that I can ask you guys right now is to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Bye.